Hello, my name is Pat Forêt. I'm the Managing Director and Chief Pilot of Canadian Aerial Support. Over the next few minutes, if I could, I would like to explain how a flying drone works in Canada, according to Transport Canada, and what courses we offer and what it takes to achieve that level. There's three ways to fly a drone in Canada. The first one is using a micro drone. A micro drone weighs less than 250 grams. They're smaller. It's considered not a drone per law because they're very small and they could not really do a whole lot of damage. But so a consumer is allowed to fly them pretty well anywhere they want, except where it might endanger anybody. For example, not too near people, not over 400 feet, not near airports, especially not near the theater of operation of an emergency. The second is to fly a drone per se. So that would be an aircraft between 250 grams and 25 kilograms. This is the most popular and required form of certification, the ones that is used for commercial and so on. Now this itself comes in two different levels. There's the basic level. The basic level is something that is very easy to achieve. It's one online exam on the website. It's if one were to read for an evening or two, then you could probably write that exam. It's $10 paid on the internet, and but that is used to be flying away from the city, away from airport, away from people. That is the license you want if you're going to be filming your family at the cottage or a holiday trip. It's wonderful for yourself. But if you are going to do anything more than that, especially commercially, because then you are told where to fly, it might be downtown, it might be over, in populated areas. Then you need the advanced, which is the basic plus the an advanced exam, which is with content that is that goes much deeper, and the exam is shorter, more questions, trickier questions. So there's quite a bit more studying involved. The and as well, after the written exam is passed, then it's a flight review, which is not unlike when we all learn to drive a car. The moment where you go and the person sits beside you with the checklist, and you have, well, it's the very same thing, but I'm standing beside you when you fly, and we fly around for 10-15 minutes, and then with the exam and the flight review, you are certified advanced pilot to do anything. The only level that is more than that, if you wish, is by being a certified advanced pilot and getting special permissions. These are called SFOCs, Special Flight Operation Certificate. They're permissions that you ask specifically to Transport Canada for any given event. For example, flying over 400 feet, flying over a drone over 25 kilos, for flying near a military base, or flying dangerous materials. Now, I have to admit those don't happen very often, but the ones that are more popular is flying over an advertised event. So if you want to film a sports event, a concert, a parade, a race, and you need that kind of permission. How do our courses meet up and help you achieve those levels? Well, if it had been a few years ago and you would have called, I would have said, there's 2 seats in the classroom for Monday, and that would have been it. Well, needless to say, the pandemic did away with classrooms, definitely. But we also, and not just us, but the industry as a whole, found that unless it's for a group and there's benefits to learning together, but otherwise, there are better ways to pass on to those skills and knowledge. Because, for example, so much of it is information that needs to be committed to memory. There's distances, angles, acronyms, lots of acronyms, all these things that need to be memorized. Well, you could be sitting in my class for 3 weeks. I'm not sure you'd remember it all. Where on the other hand, are our first step in learning is a online tutorial, right? That you can do on your PC, on your phone, anywhere, anyhow, and you can reread it and do the quiz, 9 times if you wish, until you remember them all, and then you hurry up and write the exam. So the online tutorial is $50. It's for both basic and advanced. The account is good for 3 years, and we know it's not going to take you 3 years to do this learning, but it'll be there for you as a reference afterwards. If you say, geez, what did the course say about flying at night? Oh, well, you can always go and look it up. The many use the tutorial and learn and write the exam but on their own. Others, however, maybe not so technical or never been near a drone, find that there are some concepts that are a bit more complex. Why does a thunderstorm system look like an anvil? Well, and for that, both for the theory and the practice, we have coaching session. So you can book with me half a day, and I will help you on whatever you would need me to help. And those half a day is $350. The exams, the basic and the advanced, are $10 paid online at Transport Canada, not to us, as well as the final $25 for the certificate, and maybe $5 to register your drone. So that whole Transport Canada thing will be $50, and to Transport Canada online. But for some people, then the course was $50, the online. For others, it was $400. When you have finished writing the exam, is the flight review, which itself is $200. So the course, depending on what you need, may cost you all in all, from start to finish, $300, or it may cost you $650 if you prefer to have my coaching help. And the third level, we are one of the few schools and people to have open SFOC permissions. That's because I've submitted so many requests so far, and I will gladly teach how to submit these requests. It's not just a phone call; it's a 20-page document, and there's nowhere where you can fill a form or know what information to send. So we will do it together depending on your need, and I will provide you with both the understanding of what the permission is about, but also the first submission that we'll submit, you get to keep and use it as a template, because then if you're just reusing it again and again, you just change the date and the location. So on account of the courses, which are à la carte, so to speak, to help you in terms of what you would need. Also, if you are a group, and of course there is volume discount, if you're 3 in a group, or 5 or 10, obviously there's a point where it becomes financially beneficial if I go to your location rather than you all coming to mine. But I would really like to, if we could chat for a few minutes, we could discuss where you're at right now. Do you have experience? Do you like technical things? Are you a photographer? And what you would like to achieve with drones. They are used for so many things. Everyone always sees the camera and figures, photos and videos, and sure, I'll take pictures of houses for real estate. Yeah, but they can also be used for surveys, photo mapping, for inspections, for farming, for search and rescue, for first responders. There's no end to what drones are used to these days, and whether it is because you show interest in them and might want to start a business, or whether you have a profession and your boss just sends you this big box on your desk and say, this is your new tool, please learn it. Either way, give me a call and we will discuss it. Again, my name is Pat Forêt, and my phone number, as written in here, is 613-219-8446. Thank you very much for listening.